Bonjour mes amis, bienvenue à Armored Warfare avec moi, Tanks pour la Mammeries, and today we're going to be looking at the French Tier 8 Premium Tank Destroyer, the AMC10 RC, which is a relatively modern six-wheel drive French tank destroyer. We're going to play a couple of games in this vehicle. We're going to look at the stats of this vehicle, and I'm going to give you a little bit of the history of this vehicle as well. I've had it for a while. I've had the opportunity to play a few games in it, enough to get my crew up to Tier 2. It comes with basically this 105mm gun. Pull up the details on it here. It, again, is a six-wheel drive tank destroyer for the purposes of this game. And in real life, it's a reconnaissance vehicle, basically, French reconnaissance vehicle. It has a 105mm gun, which does 576 damage with a penetration of 544 millimeters, which gives it a potential damage per minute of 6,657. The reload time on it is 5.2 seconds, at least with my crew and my retrofits down here. It has 1,800 or so hit points. It does 86.5 kilometers an hour. It gets to 30 kilometers an hour in 5.3 seconds. It's got a decent hull traverse of 49 degrees per second, which is odd for a wheeled tank destroyer in this game, especially because this vehicle, and I will show you in the course of one of the games that follows this introduction here, I will show you the interesting thing about the AMX10 RCR. The French designed it so it could turn on itself in place, similar to a tank. Unlike other armored vehicles or wheeled armored vehicles where they have to go in a circle to turn around, this one can actually spin directly in place, which is pretty cool. So the hull traverse actually means something here. It's got a camouflage of 0.305. The view range is 465. The depression is okay at 8 degrees, and the accuracy spread is 0.07, which is good. It's okay. Aim time at 2.11 seconds, and the turret traverse at a relatively fast and smooth 55.59 degrees per second. So how does this compare with other sort of Tier 8 TDs? Well, let's pull up the next one, which is the mobile gun system by the U.S. This also uses a 105mm gun. The mobile gun system has a bit more, is about 20 or so more points of damage. It also has greater penetration, which lets it do right under 1,000 points more damage per minute. The reload time is shorter on the American vehicle. The hit points are less. It goes a bit faster. It reaches its 32 kilometers an hour speed a bit faster as well, about a second, 1.1 seconds, 1.2 seconds faster. The hull traverse is 51, which is not true because this vehicle actually has to turn in a circle. The camouflage rating is a bit better. The view range is not quite as good as it is on the RCR. The gun depression is not near as good on the mobile gun system as it is on the RCR. Accuracy is about the same, which is pretty good. The aim time is less on the Striker, and the turret traverse is, call it the same. For all intents and purposes, the turret traverse is the same. So that is pretty much it's right in the sweet spot of where TDs are in Tier 8. Again, It's French, being that it's a premium vehicle that came out for Bastille Day. It's got funky French flag colors on it, blue in the front, gray, and then red in the back. It's a bit smaller as far as length goes compared to the Striker 1128 mobile gun system, but it is basically the French equivalent of that vehicle. So we're going to get into a few games with it so you guys can sort of see what it's like. But it pretty much is sort of the wheeled vehicle, wheeled TD at this tier. The other vehicles that are, close to it would be the Assaulter down here, tier 7, and the Lab 600 at tier 7 as well. So we'll go ahead and play a couple of games, and while we're playing these games, I'm going to give you some of the history of this vehicle in real life. I've seen these in Afghanistan, used by French forces in Afghanistan. They've also been used in Mali, where the French were helping to get rid of Muslim extremist terrorists trying to take over parts of Western Africa. And it's been used some other places as well. So we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about this in real life as we have some gameplay. So anyway, stick around, folks, and we will get to the gameplay next. Again, this is Tanks for the Mammeries. We are playing Armored Warfare, and we're doing the review on the French AMX10 RC. Alright, so here we are loading into Ricochet. That was not the fight that I thought we were going to have, but obviously the clock switched over. And this is a pretty good map for this kind of vehicle. We've got a fast light tank, we've got a couple of heavy tanks, and then we've got that Chinese Type 90. So I ought to, fingers crossed, not too much beer had today so far. We ought to be able to do a pretty good job in using this vehicle to its fullest extent. I've loaded it up with 35 rounds of APCR, 10 rounds of heat, and 5 rounds of high explosive. So that XM8 managed to get off a lot quicker than I've been spotted already. There we go. Oh, there's another one right there. Okay. Artie's coming in.
That looks like one of ours.
Hold down and put another shot on that guy. I hate these fucking things because they don't give you the near the damage you want to get for hitting them. Already shooting at me. See, that's the kind of hit you want to put into these fucking guys. Oh, come on. There we go. Lower plate. Good stuff all the way around. This thing is not the fastest vehicle in the world. It seems a little anemic, like most French vehicles do. Gun's good, though. I like the gun. Oh, ricochet my ass. At least I hit him on the move. He got away. Ooh, that's a good score. I'll take that too. get out of the way of that fucking guy. Yep. Fuck off with this artillery. Okay. Oh, I can start hitting these guys. I really do like the, You're gonna start shooting me, aren't you? Oh, ricochet my ass. Decent gun depression. That hurt. That fucking artillery is wearing me out. Let's go kill that fucking thing.
Contraband. Good job. We'll take that one out.
Just keep the gun working. Keep working the gun.
Identify target. Contraband. Good job. We'll take that one out.
Oh, bullshit.
Complete. Good work. The civilians will be happy.
Yeah, it's just irritating. 2 minutes left.
You're almost there.
Alright.
Helicopters are en route to support you.
Oh, that fucking artillery, though. Ooh, that hurt. Boy, that hurt really bad. Whoa! Oh yeah, I want you. Yeah, fuck you. Let's see if I can hurt these guys before we cap out and not die. I'm not going to use my safety thingamabobber. Pop out. Come on, pop out. 25 seconds. Pop out, please. Nah. Oh, we got off? Shit, we gotta get on the cap. Yeah, fuck that. I'm getting on the cap. I don't want to lose. Good. Oh my god. Stop getting hit. Jesus fucking Christ, people. You think you know how to play this game by now.
We have control of the docks and cartel.
Right, there we go. So,
It will take some time to sort through the contraband.
that's
You've done your part. Enjoy your
you know, a reasonable fight. Not great, not crazy, but reasonable fight there in the AMX10 RC, which RC stands for, let's see here, it stands for Rue Canon, or Wheeled Gun. 300 were in service. 300 are in service of the French Army. 108 vehicles were sold to Morocco, and 12 went to Qatar. The AMX10 RC should not be confused with the AMX10P. They share automotive components but otherwise have completely different battlefield roles. The AMX10 RC is usually reserved for reconnaissance missions in dangerous environments or for fire support, which is basically what you're using for in this game. So, how do I get this vehicle? Well, go to Armored Warfare and go to the premium shop, and you can have this red, gray, and blue six-wheel drive TD for 9,000 gold. You can get it now. It's in the shop as we speak. If you are interested in, having this compared to some of the other vehicles you might have to work your way up to, like the M1128 mobile gun system, it is, again, as I said, very comparable. Oh, we got a crate. What do we get? We got a steel crate. Yeah, right, whatever. Let's take a look at this. So I did okay. Of course, the Challenger jumped right in there and did what he had to do as a tank. Yeah, we lost the XM. Of course we did. Those guys never last very long. 37 shots fired, 33 hits, 4 complete and utter misses. Doesn't surprise me. Again, the gun's good. It's not, outstanding. Some of those were my ricochets. Enemies killed 7. Let's see, you get down here. Damage while concealed of 5,200. Damage while moving. Let's see. Yes, it killed the SPG. 7 assists. No damage mitigated, because again, it's fucking armored is crap, and it's got an aluminum turret. It just, anything that hits you is going to go through. As you can see, when the that little autocannon hit me, it just basically put holes all across my vehicle. So, you're not gonna bounce anything. You're certainly not gonna want to absorb a lot of damage, because, again, like every other wheeled vehicle in this game, there is no armor on it. But it is a decent, well balanced, if not inspired, six-wheeled TD. So let's play one more game in it. Hopefully we'll be able to pick something else out, and as we're playing that game, I will go through with you guys and talk about some of the other real-life details about this Tier 8 Premium TD that you can get in Armored Warfare shop right now for 9,000 gold. Let's go ahead and move on to another mission. We'll close that out. And we'll pick this Basilisk. Les Affreux are attacking a nearby power plant. They've already stolen hazardous materials for their own malicious ends, but if they go unchecked, their invasion could also mean devastating things for the surrounding region. Let's fucking stop Les Affreux. So, do you like the little French I threw out there? Bonjour, mes amis. Je m'appelle Tanks pour la Mammeries. Bienvenue à Armored Warfare. Avec moi. Mon crayon est large, mon crayon est jaune. Écoutez et répétez. My pencil is big and my pencil is yellow. Right. We're drinking some beer today. Let's talk about this. We're drinking 8 Point IPA, which is an India Pale Ale from the Devil's Backbone Brewing Company in Lexington, Virginia. Very, very nice little beer. Basilisk. Les Affreux. We've got a Challenger 2, a 1 Falcon, a Leo, the 10 RCR, and a Leopard 2. So it's me with a shit ton of tanks. Good. We will be just fine in this mission. Ooh, we're starting out on the completely opposite side of this. This is fucking cool. I don't think I've done this yet. Recover the plutonium. Fuck y'all. Somebody else can recover the plutonium. That shit's deadly. I will go for secondaries. Cool. There goes engine cranked up. Can't see shit, man. Oh, it's dark. That's some crap weather we're fighting in.
Identify target. The facility is still vulnerable. Secure each civilian to prevent further threats. Identify. Hostile tank.
I'm not gonna be able to hit this thing right away. Oh shit.
Identify. Hostile.
Ah, fuck. Fuck this. We're switching over to heat. These guys can all be pinned with fucking heat, practically. Oh, I say that and then that. So much for me and my big talk. That's awesome. Fucking Stingray's pissing me off, though. Come here, you. Am I supposed to go in there and do something? Isn't that interesting? Yeah, see, this is not the... Once you press the gas, this thing takes a few minutes to get its shit going. That is faux show.
Identify target. Hostile tank.
Yeah, come on, come on, come on. Oh my god! Alright, well, fuck that. I guess I gotta switch back to
Now focus on
APCR.
recovering the material. Black Company, we're running out of time. Secure the target before they get away.
We've secured... Oh.
Let us throw cargo trucks fast heading west. Get out there and stop them before we lose them in the mountains. We've sent in a jet to block their path. Let's find them.
That, see, now that it switched back to fucking APCR, those guys I could use heat against are now just... Missed that.
Identify.
Oh yeah, I want that fucking guy.
Enemy destroyed. Identify. Hostile tank.
Oh, come on! Ricochet my ass. I should be able to see both these fucking guys. Service. Service him. Come on. Shit. Left him on 64. That fucking blows. I had to tell the team that, boy, I was apologetic for not being able to fucking get all the secondaries. Since I hadn't played this before, I thought I could be, you know, just rolling around through there and doing what I do in most of the maps, which is just kind of hit them all and keep moving. But in this case, that did not work. That did not fucking work. Oh! Okay. Oh, it looks like the bridge got blown up. This is really hard to see. Possibly because I'm doing it, like, with a lot of glare on my lens from... whoops, sorry. Spotted. Yeah, lady, I know. I'm gonna park right next to this fucker. Give me a shot. Give me a shot. Give me a shot. Again, not the speediest vehicle in the world. Oh, here's what I was going to show you guys. See how it spins in place? Isn't that cool? The Germans first invented this, and I think it's a really smart idea for wheeled vehicles. But the French then took it on and said, yeah, we like that. So it's pretty cool. And it's very practical, actually, to spin the vehicle in place. So, for what it's worth, it's pretty cool, and so you actually do get an idea. Oh, we're gonna lose now. Careful. All right, let me go ahead and get in there. So the whole traverse thing actually does really work in this instance when it comes to. Come on, spot him, spot him, spot him. Oh, missed him. Catch him on fire, please. Fuck. I would like this gun to reload a little faster than it does. Oops, spotted. Fuck off. Can we please cap? Oh, you motherfucker. Rape Artie. Yeah, I gotta tell you, that Artie was pissing me off right there at the end. So again, you know, a reasonable damage assessment.
Done it, Black Company.
That's very cool because I hadn't actually played that map before, and I'm glad I didn't just rush out there and try and cap that one spot because I would have died. But very cool. So 2 for 1 there. New map or same map, new mission on old map, um, and we got to see another over 10,000 damage game for the AMX10 RCR. So right, it's a light reconnaissance vehicle built by Giat. As I said, 300 in service of the French Army, 108 with Morocco, and 12 in Qatar. Stands for the RC stands for Rue Canon, or wheeled gun. Initial work on the AMX10 RCR began in 1970, with the prototype showing up around 1976, and the first production vehicle was delivered to the French in 1981 to the 2nd Hussars Regiment in Sourdon. The vehicle features a powerful Giat 105mm gun and a welded aluminum turret. The turret serves to house 3 crew members, which would be the commander, the loader, and the gunner, and the driver sits down in the hull below in the center of the hull. Let's see how we did it. Yeah, it didn't do great. Everybody else did a lot more damage than me, but that's okay because they are big tanks and I am not. So I wanted to stay alive during that match. 36 shots fired, 33 on target, 3 missed. 12 vehicles damaged. You know, it is what it is. I took 7 hits and had some pretty significant damage to the vehicle. I only mitigated 46 hit points worth of damage. That's pretty crap armor. I ran into somebody else. Whatever. So, again, you know, for a TD, a sitting back in the back, sniping type TD, it's decent. It's got decent gun. Very similar, again, to the gun on the 1128 mobile gun system. This vehicle, pardon me, this vehicle will make you money. Obviously, that was my second match in this vehicle. We still ended up with 5,600 premium reputation. Standard would have been 3,700. You still would have made 124,000 credits. You know, so is it worth it? Yeah. Do I like the paint job? No. I wish they would let you have premium vehicles that you could fucking paint as opposed to having these silly ass premium vehicles with these crazy colors on them. Like, for example, the Weasel with the giant wolf head on it, or this one, or the American one with this, you know, America flag paint job with a skull from the Revolutionary War. Yeah, I very much like to have vehicles that I could paint like my normal vehicles. But it is what it is. It's a premium vehicle, you know, earns you reputation that you can use for other things. So back to the AMX10 RCR. As I mentioned, you can turn in place with this, which is pretty cool. I like the fact that it can spin in place. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And we'll do a little recitation of the other bits and pieces about this vehicle. If you are interested, stick around. It's just going to be sort of some information about the history of the real-life version of this vehicle, which is the AMX10 RCR. If you are not interested, I do appreciate you watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one. We will be doing a review of the Chinese really stupid-ass assaulter. Oh, spoiler. Don't really like the assaulter. Not only does it look like a kid's drawing of what a wheeled armored vehicle looks like, it actually does pretty much suck. So, but I'll do a review on it, and you know, I'll try to be objective about it. But I think it's a fucking school bus with a gun on top, and it's stupid, which is kind of how I feel about pretty much most of the Chinese stuff. Anyway, I'll be doing a review of this vehicle next, but in the meantime, I will give you guys some information on the actual AMX10 RCR. So thanks for watching. This is Thanks for the Memories. I do appreciate it. Au revoir, merci beaucoup, and all that other good stuff. Thanks, guys. Okay, as I was saying, this vehicle was initially designed in 1970. Production began in 1976, and the first production vehicle was delivered in 1981 to the 2nd Hussars Regiment in Sourdon. The vehicle features a Giat 105mm gun mounted in a welded aluminum turret, which is this thing right here. The turret also serves to house 3 crew members, as I discussed, which would be the commander, the loader, and the gunner, while the driver sits in the front of the hull, typically there as opposed to not quite necessarily in the middle, but pretty close to the left side middle. There is a fire control system called Contact, and that provides for the gun aiming. All 6 wheels of this vehicle are driven, and the AMX10 RCR uses skid steering to turn the hull. As I showed you, it's where it can spin on its axis. The 105mm gun is a rifled gun which fires 4 different types of ammunition, which is the armor-piercing, fin-stabilized discarding sabot round, the high-explosive round, the high-explosive anti-tank round, and smoke. In this game, we only have 3 of the 4 ammunition types. We do not have the smoke round. The armor-piercing, fin-stabilizing, discarding saber round uses the penetrator from the Giat 90mm round. It is capable of penetrating a NATO triple-heavy tank target at a range of 2,000 meters. The 10RC has been the recipient of numerous upgrades over its lifetime, most notably newer systems which include battlefield management. For its part in the 1991 Gulf War, the AMX-10 RC was provided with extra add-on armor and anti-tank missile decoy systems. Those are not available in the game. If you go to upgrade, let's see here, you don't get any of those. It comes with an automatic system, but you don't get the actual systems that were upgraded to it in the Gulf War. One improvement considered was the installation of a NATO 105mm gun, as the French gun was not compatible with NATO ammunition. However, this was not actually done in the end. Of course, the French, they want to rely on NATO but not be part of NATO, and then they don't make their shit compatible with NATO, so whatever. Sorry, French guys. Thermal imaging systems have been installed. Those were units that were taken from decommissioned AMX-30B2 main battle tanks. There's a central tire inflation system available for added traction over soft terrain, which allows them to change the pressure of the tires from inside the vehicle. The AMX-10 RC is also equipped with NBC systems, which is the Nuclear Biological Chemical Warfare Protection System, and can conduct reconnaissance in a radioactive environment. This vehicle is no longer in production. In 2010, Nexter completed modernization of 256 of these vehicles to what's called the RCR configuration, which again is the, as you recall, the Rue Canal Renové. So that's where RCR comes from. So this vehicle is the vehicle in the game is the vehicle that is considered to be the Rue Canal Renové, which is the RCR renovation. Anyway, so these vehicles underwent that in 2010, and the configuration renovation was a program that consisted of integrating various systems and adding additional armor, including self-protection by SAGM. It had a new combat management system that was involved, new smoke grenades, additions to the NPC protection, and improvements in the suspension and speed gearboxes, as well as new tactical communications equipment from Thales. The integration was done by DCMAT, which is the Direction Centrale du Matériel des Armées de Terre. Alright, I butchered that French, but there you go. This vehicle is scheduled to be replaced by the Scorpion EBRC. It is used by France, Morocco, Qatar, and Cameroon. The missions for it are armored reconnaissance, armored support, and flanking security. It was used in Mali, in Afghanistan, and in France, as well as some other various peacekeeping missions. So there you have it. That is the information on this vehicle. Let's see here. Main armament is the 105mm gun. It comes with a 7.62 coax machine gun, 4 smoke generators, and potentially a 50 caliber M2 HB anti-aircraft machine gun. It has a diesel engine by Baudouin, hydropneumatic wheels. It has an operational range of between 500 and 620 miles, a speed of 53 miles per hour, and 16 to 19 miles per hour off-road. It has been used in Mali, the Gulf War, the Western Sahara's War, and the war in Afghanistan. Weighs 15 tons. It is 20 feet 6 inches long, 9 feet 1 inches wide, and 8 feet 5 inches tall. Comes with a crew of 4. And that is about all we need to know about this vehicle, other than I wish we could paint it. So, in the end, my impression is between this and the mobile gun system, I will take the mobile gun system any day of the week. And that is not just in-game, but that would be in real life. I would prefer to have the mobile gun system over the AMX10 RCR. So there you have it, folks. Thanks for watching. This is Tanks with Mammeries. I certainly do appreciate you guys following my channel. If you like this video and you found it interesting, please like and subscribe. Always feel free to leave comments. I do appreciate your comments and look forward to reading them, even if they are critical. I do appreciate good constructive criticism. Again, I will be doing another video, and that will be on my next video will be on the silly-ass Chinese assaulter. Again, don't mean to spoil it, but there you go. So, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Au revoir.